Welcome back to predicting awful, terrible UFC cards. This time it's UFC Josh Emmett versus Kevin Vallejos, and let's just get this over and done with. Like, it's literally the main event, which is going to be a good fight, and then everything else is shit. But let's just get it over and done with so I can forget about this bullshit. So let's go. So let's just start away with the first fight of the night, which is Sam Hughes versus Rodriguez. And if you know anything about this channel and you've watched any other prediction video, you will know that I do not predict women's fights. They're 50-50s, they just ruin the card. I could literally have every single fight on the card correct, and a terrible, shitty women's fight will ruin it. So I refuse to pick this fight, and the person who I pick is whoever won on the night. You know how this works if you watched any other video. I refuse to pick any woman fight because they're that fucking bad, and it's a waste of time looking through all their fucking fights in the UFC just for them to forget how to fight at mid round 2 or some bullshit. So yeah. So on to the real first fight of the night. Elijah Smith versus Yu Sung Young. For some reason, some of these Asian names are back to front, and then like the back to normal. So I don't know if it's Yu or it's something else, but I'm just gonna start saying Yu. But he's shit is basically the thing to go along with. He is terrible. He is fucking awful at fighting. Yu is. So I will be choosing Elijah Smith. Elijah Smith, he's good, and he is just good, and he's athletic. He's got a fast jab. He actually ground and pounds in situations. Not the most entertaining in the grappling sequences, but he's landing damage, which knows he's winning the round 9 times out of 10. And his composure and grappling's really good too. And then Yu is just a human fucking punching bag. He just is. He walks forwards, backwards, and then gets beaten up on the back foot. He has absolutely zero urgency to win a fight. Just your typical garbage fighter. So Smith wins, and I'd love to say finish, but I don't know. Just Yu looks like just a fucking blockhead, so I don't reckon so. But could be a finish. Who knows? I don't know. He's shit, and he's so anchor. But let's move on. On to the next fight on the card, missing out any women's fight in between if there is one. We're moving straight on to Hector Sousa versus Lacerda. Lacerda was supposed to fight Nakamura, that like Japanese wrestler that just forgot how to wrestle, against that little fucking Tajikistan dude, I forgot his fucking name. That guy he was supposed to be fighting. You know what, he kind of fights, this is Lacerda, he fights a little bit like Pantoja. Obviously not as good, but he does fight a little bit like Pantoja, hands down, winging at moments, kicks. But like, we need to remember, this style of fighting only works for Pantoja and Pantoja only. I don't know if you could hear the motorbike, but I'm fucking sick to death of the minute I hit record and some fucking bike, some fucking child will start screaming, some bird will start tap dancing on the roof. I don't fucking know, but it pisses me off. What was I up to? But the city does get tired, which can be a problem. But with Hector Sousa, he's kind of shit, you know. Like, he literally got, like, Dana White's Contender Series, he kind of just got battered around the ring, and he won via having good moments, like having a guillotine, which almost finished the fight, which is how fights are won. It's not damage-based scoring. I would like to, just touch that up a notch. It's finishing moments-based scoring, if that makes any sense. He's just long and awkward, hard to hit in moments, because he does all this weird, like, hopping around. But I don't think he's good, I don't think he's UFC level, but he might surprise me, you never know, these Dana White Contender Series guys. can sometimes appear terrible on the Dana White's Contender Series, and they're coming to the UFC on their debut, and they somehow become fucking the next champion of the sport. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but yeah, moving on. Manuel Sousa versus Orolbai. Let me put up my notes again. I don't know why I went to the UFC website just to get the names, even though if I can't say their name, I just missed the name out entirely. Okay. From what I remember, Orolbai is actually pretty good. I did watch everything last night, and now I'm recording this on like the morning, and I can't remember shit. But from what I remember, Orolbai is actually pretty decent. He lost to Chris Duncan, which that's nothing to be ashamed of. Chris Duncan's amazing, you know. Who's the other guy he lost to? Mia St. John's. He lost to Mia St. John's. So, yeah. But he hasn't really been out-grappled or submitted by anyone who's like not UFC level. My thinking is that considering, I think I'm right on this, I believe I'm right, Sousa is coming off the Dana White, yeah he is, coming off the Dana White's Contender Series. We don't know how good he is. I can't remember anything to do with his fights. I know I watched it, but I can't remember anything to do with it. But yeah, I don't reckon he's going to have the UFC high-level grappling to out-grapple Orolbai, and I reckon Orolbai has been probably training this because he knows this is a gap in his game, as well as that Orolbai is just some fucking powerhouse in it. Like, I swear Africans are just built with like different levels of power. I have this theory where like they have so much stiffness in the shoulder, and like this is going to like bordering racism, isn't it? It's a compliment, but like, you know what people are like that when it is, so yeah. But they have this like really weird stiffness mannerism in their shoulders, and when they hit people, it just looks like they fucking die. Like, look at Francis Ngannou, it looks like his fucking shoulders are like stuck behind him, and then when he throws, people die, man. But I guess it's time to move on to the next fight. Chris Crybaby Curtis versus Orolbai. Chris Curtis is going to go back in time, and he's going to be fighting a Neanderthal, and yeah, it's just going to be a kind of... You know what, this fight's actually pretty good, you know, like, this fight specifically. Why it is on the prelims, I have no idea. Maybe they're going to jumble this card around before it actually happens. It would make a lot of sense. But I know the way they have to try and get people to watch the prelims on these shitty cards. But there are some little sneaky good fights here, and this is one of them. You know, we got Orolbai, our fucking Ooga Booga, our favourite Neanderthal, and yeah, I hope you cannot hear the garbage truck outside, which is like full on rattling. And I might have to re-record this bullshit, but or you can just deal with it. But yeah, we got our Neanderthal, we've got our Crybaby, and they're going to be going at it on the prelims. Will I be up for it? I hope to fucking God you cannot hear that shit. That is so loud. What the fuck are they doing with that truck, man? I hope to God you cannot hear that. I hope on the Lord. But anyways, I will be choosing Orolbai. It's like the minute I start talking, it starts fucking buzzing too. It's really hard for me to keep a straight fucking brain and just go on with it, but I'm gonna try. I will be choosing Orolbai. Orolbai, like, let's be honest, right? When Chris Curtis starts losing, he just kind of wilts a bit. He doesn't fight. He just kind of doesn't want to be there. And then he'll start kicking off after he loses, like he always does. Yeah, and I just think, like, Orolbai is just, you know, he's a Neanderthal. He doesn't even know what's going on half the time. So, like, so it kicks off. He wants to just fucking scrap. And all he knows is just Ooga Booga win, Ooga Booga win, Ooga Booga win. And it's just, yeah, he's just going to get it done in it. Moving on. On to Bruno Silva versus Charles Johnson. Now, Charles Johnson is making his return after getting knocked out on the Gaethje versus Paddy card. Yeah, it wasn't that long ago at all, but I guess he wants to stay active. I kind of like this, but I kind of hate this. And because of that, I'm going to have to choose... I'll have to choose Bruno Silva. Bruno Silva has, like, solid striking. He has very twitchy kickboxing. Yeah, and he has underrated power too. Like, he does have some good knockouts. Like, he knocked out some like bum guys. You know, Cody Durden. You know, he knocked out Victor Rodriguez, JP Buys. You know, he's knocked out some guys. He's underrated power, and then like even the guys he's lost to, like Tagia's not that bad. But like, you can even make the same argument for Charles Johnson. So like, if this fight was on like a full camp, and like he wasn't coming off a knockout, I would choose Charles Johnson to win, but I just don't trust this. I just don't trust this for him, so I'm going to choose Charles Johnson. And this is Charles Johnson's career, though. He will beat someone really fucking good, Joshua Van, the current champion, or Lorna Kavanaugh, a prospect who was undefeated. And then straight afterwards, he'll get fucking starched out himself. So this is his career, and he'll go on a losing streak, and then he'll get wins again, and then he'll beat another pro. Like, this is what'll happen. He'll lose to this. He'll lose tomorrow night, and then he will, I'm saying tomorrow night as if I'm going to upload soon, but, like, I'm not. I forgot what I was going to say now, but he'll lose on Saturday night. And then he's going to get in the cage, and then he's going to fight somebody else, and then he's going to get knocked out himself. So he'll knock a prospect out and then get knocked out. So it's just like, you know, and I don't trust it this time. Like, I think he's really gambling his career here. I think he should have just taken the 6 months out and then come back on, like, International Fight Week or the White House card or some bullshit. Even though it just came out, but, you know, yeah. Anyways, on to the next fight, which is Brad Tavares versus Eryk Anders. Don't know what I'm my voice there. I'm going to make this short and simple. If you're getting knocked out by fucking Marc-Andre Barriute, you're getting knocked out by anyone. So I'm choosing Brad Tavares, probably via decision. He's a decision merchant, isn't he? So, yeah, I'll just choose Brad Tavares via decision, because if you're losing to Marc-Andre Barriute, Listen, if you're even making it competitive for Marc-Andre Barriute, and I know I may have the one Dagestani fan that might be, because my profile pictures is Marab bumming Oumar, just to leave some hater comments. This goes to show how shit Sharamagomedov is. Sharamagomedov is fucking terrible. He almost lost to fucking Marc-Andre Barriute. So get that fucker out the rankings, and he can fight fucking Bo Nickel or some bullshit. You know, after he fights Carl Dawkins on the White House card. Let's go. Just what we wanted. If you don't know, watch my previous video on the White House card. If you want to know what that's about. But yeah. Let's move on to the next fight. Victor Petrino versus Stephen Asplund. And Asplund looks gross. He does look minging. Like, he's the type of person to keep his t-shirt on during, you know, the romantic side of things of life. But, who am I choosing here? So, what I know is that Stephen Asplund cannot grapple. He got out-grappled by that fucking Freeman guy who had the really boring fight on a prelim of a card one time. Yeah, he's fighting fucking... He got out-grappled by that guy, and now this guy's fighting someone who's semi-good at grappling in Victor Petrino, but Victor Petrino does fuck all, and then pulls out a big knockout out of fucking nowhere. So it's like, who am I choosing here? Because like, even I don't fucking know. I think I might go with Victor Petrino, but then at the same time, he has loads of losses on his record. I kind of want Stephen Asplund to win, because like, he just looks gross, and it'd be kind of funny. Like, imagine if he's in the top 5, and then like, he wins a belt, and you're like, this is our champion right here. And it's like him holding the belt with his fucking weird saggy body that looks like he's just been dragged through fucking a black hole. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, I'm gonna move on now, because let's just put it this way. I live in the UK, so if you go over a certain amount of insults, you'll get accused of hate speech, no matter who it is. There again, this guy's white. so it doesn't really matter. But if he's brown, then I'm going to jail, so I need to be careful with what I say, particularly towards the brown people. So yeah. But that's time to move on. Now on to the next fight, and it's Jose Delgado versus Andre Fili. Yeah, I don't even have to predict this fight. Fucking Jose Delgado is gonna fucking starch out Andre Fili in the first round. I'm gonna walk across the cage with his little Muay Thai card, and he's just gonna fucking starch him out cold, no problem. Yeah, like, Andre Fili's had like a chin problem his entire career, so he is just getting, we're gonna walk across the cage and fight for you fucking guys, as Sean Strickland would say, but like, you know, Delgado actually could walk forward and scraps and just jab and teep. But there again, Sean Strickland a knockout in his last fight, so can we even say that anymore? So yeah, Jose Delgado via brutal first round highlight reel knockout. Yeah. Moving on. These predictions are starting to get really short. I need to like drag them on a little bit, but like that also means less editing for myself, so just now on to the next fight, which is Cutelaba versus Oumar Sy, and man, what a fucking hard fight to predict, because these two are the most middest of the most middest fighters you can fucking find on the roster, going at it. Fuck, who do I choose, man? These fights are fucking shit. Like, Oumar Sy was legitimately like an undefeated, semi-decent looking prospect before he fought fucking Alonzo Menefield and just got fraud checked. But then Cutelaba, he had a split decision with Bakauskas, and Bakauskas is pretty fucking good until he got knocked out by fucking, what was his name? The one who was on a massive losing streak and knocked him out, so is he even that good? But then I'm looking at it even further, and I'm like, Irvin Erzlan had a fucking split decision with Cutelaba. He knocked out the Turkish guy, because we know Turkish people are just soy pussies. You know, us Kurds, or in my case, half Kurds, we're just superior to all the Turkish people. We already know this. But, I don't know if you can hear the rain in the background, but, we're currently having fucking... Yeah, we're currently having the fucking Noah's Ark flood. So yeah. But, I'm gonna go with Cutelaba. I think that split decision with Bakauskas shows me he is high level, and this is not including anything. And he was in a bit of a run in 2025 before he got fraud checked. Can I even use fraud checked? But he went on like a mini run essentially. But man, this is a hard fight to predict. But I'm gonna go with Cutelaba. Now on to the co-main event, and I just love predicting women's co-main event of a fight night card. I just love it. Amanda Lemos versus Gillian Robertson. As you can tell, I'm super excited for this matchup, and I really can't wait to watch. In short, I'm choosing Gillian Robertson. Amanda Lemos cannot grapple or defend a takedown ever in her life, so yeah. I'm making it that quick. Why are you putting women's fight? Put fucking Merit. Fuck off. I can't say his name. Put Orolbai and Chris Curtis as the co-main event. We're sorted. The card is half fucking decent for a fight night. Cutelaba should be a fucking co-main event. You know, anything better than this shit. But Gillian Robertson has really good grappling, so I don't really... For a woman anyway. She has really good grappling. You know... No problem. No problem. I'll choose the one who can grapple over the one who can't grapple. Let's move on to the main event, because we know how much this fight stinks. So it's main event time. Josh Emmett versus Kevin Vallejos. This is not a hard choice at all. Obviously, I'm going with my boy Kevin Vallejos. He's just fucking better. He's just a better fighter. He's already beating better people than Josh Emmett. Josh Emmett is just big overhand, big fucking step, big another overhand, and that's basically what he does. And I'm gonna go through Josh Emmett's career because we need to talk about this. Calvin Guitar fight, split decision. Mate, you did not win that. I remember thinking that, but you didn't win that. At the time, I remember being like, did he win that? I don't think he won that. But I was kind of casual fan. I was like, judges can't make mistakes because they're employed by the UFC. They can't make mistakes. Surely not. This is when I was like going through the phase of like, Dominic, I hate this. Ah, yuck. Dominic Reyes didn't beat John Jones, guys. You know, that phase. But yeah, he went on that little like thing where he was like, he beat Calvin Guitar by a Robert Reed split decision. Then he fought Yair Rodriguez and just kind of got picked apart by Yair Rodriguez, who's also not that good. We know that now. And then he went on to face Ilia Topuria. And that fight speaks for itself, to be honest. I don't think I have to go any further than that. It just speaks for himself. If you've watched the fight, you know what I mean. And then you can talk about like what the Bryce Mitchell fight, where he knocked him out in a round. But like Bryce Mitchell's not known for his strike; he's known for his wrestling, and he didn't shoot a takedown, and it was on short notice. So yeah, and I do think in a rematch Bryce Mitchell wins. I know, crazy, but I do think that. The rain is fucking loud. I'm trying to speak over it, just so you know. And then he fights Lerone Murphy, and I'm telling you now, when I call Josh Emmett a human punching bag that throws back with a big overhand, he really is. But at the same time, he's chinny as fuck. Like he was getting rocked by jabs from Lerone Murphy. Are you okay? Are you good? And I'll be honest, I haven't watched the Yusuf Zalal fight. I cannot remember it. I'm trying to find it on Fight Pass to watch the Yusuf Zalal fight. To me, it just doesn't fucking exist. I've saw the finish. That's all I've seen. But he's just not good, is he? Josh Emmett, he's just not good. And in my eyes, he's already beaten someone better. Kevin Vallejos has already beaten someone better than Josh Emmett in Giga Chikadze. And Chikadze, he isn't the best in the world, but he's better than Josh Emmett. So that's where I stand on this fight. Josh Emmett is... you know what? I'm going to go there. Josh Emmett's style has been debunked over and over and over again. And who is Kevin Vallejos? He is the Argentinian Ilia Topuria. So I think he's going to follow that exact game plan. But this time I think he's going to get a knockout. I know, I'm just saying, I think he's going to get a knockout. Also, just saying, how crazy good must Josh Emmett's chin be to not get knocked out by Ilia Topuria? But I do think that fight took a lot out of him, and that's why he's a bit chitty now. Because he was getting rocked by jabs from Lerone Murphy, but at the time, 2023, I wouldn't be choosing Kevin Vallejos via finish at all. But yeah, I'm going to leave this one here. I've got a lot of editing to do now, because I've just recorded 2 videos back to back, but I've got a lot of videos to edit now, so I'm going to leave this one here. Like, subscribe, and we are trying to reach 100 subscribers by the end of the year, so if you can follow, would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, if you want to follow me on the Twitter, you can do so, and it'll be on the screen anyway, so I won't have to do any of that type of stuff. So yeah.